Hello, Kaylin. Today we're going to read a story called the Christmasaurus. Now, I'm going to read a chapter of this every night over the Christmas period, and you can listen to it. So, this is the book, the Christmasaurus. It's really good. In the book, there's going to be some very interesting characters. But we're about to have an adventure with a boy called William Trundle, his dad, Mr. Bob Trundle, Santa. How good is that? And then also, there's going to be lots of elves. Brenda Payne, who's possibly the meanest girl in school, maybe even the world. And a very nasty piece of work called the Hunter and his dog Growler. And of course, a dinosaur called the Christmasaurus. So it'll be really good. So this video is called the Prologue, and it's about the end of the dinosaurs. Let's begin. The end of the dinosaurs. This story starts like all good stories do, a long time ago. Not just a long time ago, but a very, very, very long time ago. Squillions of years ago, in fact. Long before your granny and your granddad were born. Before there were any human beings at all. Before cars and aeroplanes, and even before there was the internet and YouTube. There was something even better, called dinosaurs. Rah! Dinosaurs were the most awesome creatures ever to walk the planet. There were lots of them. And they came in all shapes and sizes. There were small ones that were not much bigger than dogs or cats. Some with spiky, prickly horns on their backs. There were stupendously ginormous ones called Sesmiosauruses that were longer than 5 double-decker buses, with necks thicker than tree trunks and skin like the hard rubber tires of a tractor. I know that sounds hard to believe, but it's definitely true, because this is a book, and books don't lie. I'd like to tell you about 2 very special dinosaurs. We'll call them Mamasaurus and Diplodocus. Those weren't their real names, of course. That would just be silly. Mamasaurus and Diplodocus had been out all day in the hot, hot heat of the prehistoric sun, and were returning to home, to their tidy little nest. But what they found in its place was something horrendously horrible. An almighty pile of rocks, bones and dust. Their home had been raided by an evil scavenger dinosaur, and these sneaky, scroungy little scavengers had smashed up their home good and proper. But for Mamasaurus and Diplodocus, the mess was the last thing on their minds, because they had left their most precious things alone inside the nest. 12 dinosaur eggs, which were nowhere to be seen. As you can imagine, Mamasaurus and Diplodocus were devastated. Mamasaurus and Dilophosaurus were definitely devastated. They stood in the wreckage of their nest, weeping and roaring for a very long time, until the sun went down and the moon and the stars filled the sky above the jungle. That night, a little breeze was blowing through the enormous trees, and a sliver of slithery moonlight found its way to the remains of the nest. Suddenly, something caught Diplodocus's eye. Something smooth and shiny was reflecting a moonbeam from under a pile of bones and mud. He quickly and gently lifted the rocks and rubble, and there it was, gleaming perfectly unharmed in the moonlight. It was their last one, their last egg. How this one and only egg had escaped the hungry scavengers' rampage was a mystery. Perhaps their greedy tummies were full up, or maybe this egg had rolled out of sight when they were smashing and crushing the others. Whatever the reason, all that mattered was that Mamasaurus and Diplodocus had one egg left. The tiny dinosaur that was curled up safely inside that egg became the most important thing in the world to them. and they weren't going to let anything bad happen to it ever again. But something bad was about to happen, something that would change the world forever. Something big, something astronomically, intergalactically, other spacey wacy big. The pearly moonlight that blanketed the dinosaur's broken nest suddenly seemed to turn yellow. Then the yellow turned orange, and then to a hot, fiery red. Mamasaurus and Diplodocus peeped out from their home, staring in disbelief. It was as though the moon itself was on fire. As they watched, the whole sky turned into a violent firework display of whizzing hot rocks and shooting stars. And not the kind of shooting stars that you and I know, which swoosh perfectly over the sky like beautiful little scratches of light in space. These ones didn't swoosh at all. These ones smashed straight down like red-hot thunderbolts that exploded into thousands of fireballs as they hit the earth. Panic and chaos consumed the jungle. Flaming trees were uprooted by huge 5 double-decker bus-sized dinosaurs, and smaller dinosaurs were squished and trampled. The night sky was brighter than the lightest day, and the moon felt hotter than the midday sun. But there was only one thing on Mamasaurus and Dadasaurus' mind: protect the egg. They had to get their egg to safety. So they ran. They ran as fast as their dinosaur feet could carry them, desperately clinging on to the last treasured egg. They joined the stampede of thousands of terrified dinosaurs, fleeing the danger, but no matter how fast and how far they ran, they couldn't seem to escape. After all, how can you run from the sky? Mamasaurus and Diplodocus were swept away into the crowd, pulled this way and pushed that way, in a great sea of dinosaurs. And as hard as they tried, they just couldn't hold on to their egg any longer. It slipped from their grip and fell to the ground. Now, I bet you're thinking that the egg was crushed instantly, right? Well, smarty clogs, clever plans. It wasn't actually. A pile of leaves broke the egg's fall, and it rolled into the stampede unharmed. It was kicker-bashed and knocker-boshed every way which, but it still didn't crack. Mamasaurus and Diplodocus chased after it as it bounced in between giant Diplodocus legs and rolled under stomping Stegosaurus feet, narrowly avoiding being squished time after time. It rolled and rolled, rolled and rolled. It had a mind of its own, falling from rocky ledges to treetops and swooshing down. Slushy mudslides as Mamasaurus and Diplodocus chased desperately after it. If Mamasaurus and Diplodocus had been looking up at the sky instead of trying to find their eggs, they would have seen such a terrifying, heart-stoppingly, frighteningly scary night. The whole sky was on fire above them, and what they had thought was the flaming moon was in fact a whopping, gigantorific, planet smasher of a meteorite. It had travelled from the deepest depths of space and was about to smash whack into planet Earth and wipe out all the dinosaurs forever. But just before the meteor did its planet smashing, the lucky egg rolled all the way to the edge of a tall, jagged cliff, high above the ferocious ocean. All Mamasaurus and Diplodocus could do was watch helplessly as their last precious egg, with their tiny baby dinosaur inside, calmly toppled over the edge of the cliff and out of sight, gone forever. The egg fell straight down, missing the rocky face of the cliff by millimetres. It was a very lucky egg indeed, wasn't it? It plopped peacefully into the ocean below, like a pebble in a lake, and instantly sank deep into the darkness, leaving the fiery chaos of the world above the waves. Eventually, it came to rest on a soft, sheltered spot on the ocean floor, as the meteor shower it left behind rained down unforgivingly, destroying every little dinosaur on the planet, except one, the one inside the egg. Whilst the egg lay peacefully at the bottom of the ocean, the world continued to burn, and then it froze solid in an ice age that would last for 1,000 years. There were eggs remaining deep in the ice, frozen in time, just waiting to be discovered. That's the end of the prologue. It was a really good story, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, it's time to give Mum a big hug, give her a kiss, and say night. Night, night.